across the street?
You ready?
I was going to say, you could park over there in the evening.
You are live on YouTube in about 10 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, boy. Okay.
And look, I'm going to have to kind of multitask a little bit. Don't!
That was very good, Homer Simpson.
I picked the
Just
intro
enjoying
song.
it.
Jamiroquai.
Yeah, I've got stuff that's still downloading from
That's okay.
AFR.
That's okay. So if you can do me a favor, once the clock starts, if you can keep an eye remotely to where
I won't be gone for more than 2 minutes.
Okay, go.
There'll be a lot of in and out,
That's what she said.
but not for very long.
That's what she said!
No.
Tongue in cheek. We're not live, right?
We're live.
All right. Hey, YouTube.
I'm not, so they didn't hear that.
Yeah, so Franz for Go Rouge, episode 108. We've got Chelsea and Emily in. The second half of the show, which you're going to have a treat. We're going to have the folks from the International Improv Fest, and then also a new comedy place in Baton Rouge, which, comedy and improv is kind of a thing in our town now. It's been a thing in our town for a while. Chelsea will tell you. It's been a thing for a minute, so...
But then we had a pandemic, and it
I
kind
don't
of
know
made
if
it
you
not
know
a
this
thing.
or not. I've done charity comedy before and raised money for animals.
What? You?
Yeah, me do
What?
something like that. Chelsea roasted me once. That happened. It's
Okay.
very easy for her to roast me. So yeah, we're gonna be starting the show in a second. So stick around. And by the way, if you're watching YouTube, and I don't have YouTube plugged up yet, but if you're watching, please help these guys out by sharing. I was watching The Wire earlier today, so.
Oh, it's a classic.
108's live right now.
Heyo.
So that's what you look like right now. Chelsea looking nice. Emily, you look great.
Thanks.
Thanks, Franz.
Y'all ready?
Yes.
That's the equivalent of you have great personality.
Welcome to episode 108 of the Go Rouge Radio Show. This is your host, Franz Borkhardt. We got Brian Haldane on Master Control. If you're watching on YouTube or listening on Talk 107.3, welcome. If you're listening to a softball or baseball game right now, it's okay. Go Tigers. Go Tigers. We have a great show today, jam-packed. I've got new schools for Baton Rouge in the house. I've got You Are Alone project in. And then the second half of the show, comedy and improv, Brian. I've got the folks from the International Improv Fest, as well as a new comedy facility, location, if you will, place, venue. I like that word, venue. I've gone to a comedy show there. It is great, very, very nice. It was a great experience, man. So we're going to have these folks on. Before we jump in, though, if you want more information about the Go Rouge Radio Show, go to www.gorouge.com. And if you have a show idea, if you're like, hey, Franz, you need to get these people on or these people on, email me at info@gorouge.com. I'm telling you, when you email me, 99% of the time, I put the people on the show. I mean, there's a few, there's the 1%. There's 1% where I'm like,
Yeah, but you call those people clients.
oh,
Too soon? All right.
That's for Wednesdays. So before we jump in, though, let's thank our show sponsors. These are the businesses and the folks that make the Go Rouge Show possible. Dr. G, Dr. Gunjarena with MD VIP at Heal 360, Concierge Medical Service. You can check her out at www.drrena.com. This is the doctor that's helped me on my health journey. If you've noticed, I've shed a few lbs, a few. Nobody's counting, 95 pounds. It was 100. I've gained some weight back because of king cake season.
Yeah, but the way you're doing it, you're going by gross, not net.
I'm going by
you
gross.
can,
Yes.
you can keep adding.
So anyways, check her out, www.drrena.com. Change my life. She can change yours. We got La Divina Italian Cafe serving select wines, ice cold beer, plus their exclusive sorbet mimosa. I had lunch there yesterday with the 6-year-old. Oh, man. Good food. He had spaghetti. I had a Caesar salad. You can eat healthy there. And then last but not least, always my favorite sponsor, the Borkart Law Firm. That's my lemonade stand. That's my day job. You know, I have a day job, Brian. I have a day job.
I literally just referenced it.
Yeah, you did.
Yes.
You did. One of the finest criminal defense firms in the multiverse. Although we say multiverse, I got to tell you, I am hyped up. I am going to see the new Batman movie tonight. I am very excited.
So I'm not a comic book guy, but the Christopher Nolan Batmans I was into, and this one kind of has me intrigued as well.
It's got like a
So
90-something Rotten Tomatoes rolling. Like that's a big deal, right? I mean,
I'm told, yes.
okay. So if you're watching on YouTube, you'll notice that I have two very lovely ladies in the studio right now. I have Emily from New Schools for Baton Rouge. She's going to be talking about Teach 225 first off, and then I've got Chelsea Barona from the You Aren't Alone Project. Both these ladies have been on the show before. Both these ladies are good friends of mine. Ladies, welcome to the Go Rouge show.
Hey, thanks for having us.
So we're going to start with you, Emily. Emily, what's been going on with New Schools for Baton Rouge right now? You've had some things happening.
Yeah,
Catch me up.
we've got some exciting changes. So,
Yes.
as you may have heard, Chris and Brenna are now at BRAF, which is incredibly exciting.
Right.
And with their departure, we were very lucky that to have a new ED at the helm, Ken Campbell, former leader of IDEA Public Schools South Louisiana, and just an incredible leader with vision and ability to connect with people across all lines of difference. And so I'm excited to see where we're going as an organization, and I think the future looks really bright under his leadership.
So for those who don't know, New Schools for Baton Rouge, the mission of you guys is all about educating folks on choice, right? Choice and education in the greater Baton Rouge area, correct?
And making sure that all students have access to a high-quality education.
Love it. Almost like that's like a great mission statement.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. So Chris will definitely be missed. Chris has been on the show. I mean, he hasn't been on the show as much as you have, Emily, but Chris will be missed. But having Chris with BRAF is a wonderful thing for education as well. So,
It's awesome.
All right, so you guys have the Teach 225 event coming up.
Yes.
So I was told I don't get asked anymore from New Schools. I just get told, hey, we're coming on the radio to talk about this, which I love. I love the assertiveness. I love the dominant alpha dominance. So Teach 225, what is that?
So we have to be dominant and scrappy because
Yes.
we got to make sure that every student has access to a really great teacher. And so Teach 225 is really dedicated to making sure that we attract and keep great educators in Baton Rouge. So we know if we want to change outcomes for kids, that means they have to have a great education. To have a great education, you got to have great teachers. Teach 225 was created to address that gap. And what's cool is that it is truly citywide.
Right.
We are a cross-sector collaborative. So on March 10th, we're going to have a virtual career fair where we have over 22 different schools from private, EBR public school, and charter. And then we're going to also have certification partners. So anybody who wants to become a teacher can figure out how to become a teacher. Or anybody who's like, I'm a teacher, but I'm not the happiest, they can figure out where they might want to go for their next opportunity.
So how does it work? If I'm a teacher, how do I sign up for this awesome event? And this is not the
Yeah.
first time you guys have done
No.
this.
So this is our second one. We did it last year, and the response was so incredible that we brought it back again this year. All you have to do is go to teach225.com. Again, that's teach225.com, and you can sign up. On the sign up, it encourages you to put your resume, but you don't have to. So don't get stressed about that.
So in the past years, how many teachers have you had participating in this event?
We've had 275 to 300 people show up, and
Wow.
we're also expecting that. We're trending ahead of numbers. So our goal, again, is to have 300 registrants show up and access our opportunities. And right now we're at like 210.
Okay, so have y'all kept track of placements of like lining up people with opportunities in schools?
Great question. It's trickier because it's dependent upon the schools responding to that. We try and we do a survey afterwards where we follow up and say, hey, did you hire anybody? Are you happy with the results? And while it's hard to give exact figures, what is the common theme is that our schools, our principals always say, we have amazing talent in our community. And that's what's true about Baton Rouge, is we have brilliant, passionate individuals that just need an opportunity to shine and share their skill set in our schools. And that's what Teach 225 provides.
So, one more time, if I'm interested in doing Teach 225, where do I go?
You go to teach225.com and you can ask any question your heart desires.
So, while I have you here, I've got to brag about y'all's merch.
Thank
New
you.
Schools for Baton Rouge merch. Like,
That's
you wouldn't
Laura.
think that New Schools for Baton Rouge has solid merch. But
Why?
y'all's well, I mean, I think merch, I think like Borkart Law Firm. mean, I'm looking at a wonderful Borghardt law firm. Shameless plug, my law firm.
Mm-hmm,
But y'all's hats, your gear, awesome stuff. Kudos to you guys.
You know, if you want to get me a Go Rouge, I'd be happy to sport it around too with
You know-
all the good merch.
You know, there are Go Rouge hats, trucker hats.
Yeah,
so
I know.
they're red, they're purple. They used to be blue.
Yeah.
I will definitely, Emily, line you up with those. New Schools for Baton Rouge. Emily, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
I know you have a busy evening, and I also know that you're doing some great stuff. And look, New Schools for Baton Rouge, I was one of the founding Changemaker class attendees. Great organization, all about choice, all about opportunity. Definitely, if I just want to get more information about New Schools, where would I go?
New Schools for Baton Rouge.
Awesome. All right, Emily, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And
All
again, that's
right.
March 10th
March 10th. I got
from 4 to 6 p.m.
All right, and again, last thing, doesn't matter how much educational experience you have.
Nope. So you could be someone who's never been in the classroom. If you worked at a restaurant, if you worked at Dow, and you decide that you want to do something different, you can show up and apply your passion, and we'll help you figure out how to do that.
Thank you so much for everything you guys are doing. New Schools for Baton Rouge, Teach 225 Fair. If you're a teacher, please sign up. Please take advantage of this great opportunity. You know, people that are teachers have passions to do what they're doing, but it's always helpful to have a hub to possibly line up opportunity with the passion. So I'm very excited about it. Now, transitioning, another heavy hitter in the show this week, we have Chelsea Barona from You Aren't Alone Project. Chelsea, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Awesome. You've got, like New Schools for Baton Rouge, you've got a lot of stuff going on. I know you have a give back night coming up on March 14th at Mid-City Bistro Byron's, or Byron's if you're bougie. They actually, I asked one of the co-owners, like, how do you pronounce it, Byron's or Byron's? And he was like, yeah. I was like, no, dude. Like, how do you pronounce the name of your restaurant? And they were like, yeah, we do it both ways. And I'm like, no. My name is Franz, not Franz. And I don't tell people, so anyways, love the people there. They are constantly giving back to the community. So it only makes sense that they're partnering up with you. You Aren't Alone Project. What is that organization, Chelsea?
The project is basically just a network to build on support for people who are dealing with different mental health issues, and to find a space where they can connect with people who have been through similar things, so that they don't feel alone in what they're going through.
So I remember when you started this project. It's kind of grown. It's kind of a big deal now. Talk to me about that growth, and talk to me why you need to have a give back night.
Yeah, it's been really exciting. I think we're all completely grassroots, completely volunteer run, and we're trying to do some more larger things, some more specific programming. We're trying to make mental health more accessible, and the way we do that is through more resources to be able to provide more events and put on more retreats and different things that we're really excited to be offering.
So the money goes directly back to helping the folks in the community, helping folks, as you said, mental health issues. Now that can span anything, right? That can be anxiety, depression. Brian Haldane's adjusting Chelsea's mic, and it just went. I'm going to use the phrase limp. It just went limp. Now it's now it's limp again. Now it's being twisted in ways that it's a microphone, Franz.
Talk about anxiety, guys.
Yeah, it's okay. You're playing right through it. Okay, so, wow. So, if you're somebody that thinks, hey, maybe I could use the resources of the project, where would I go to get information on it?
YouAren'tAloneProject.com, or our Facebook or Instagram pages have a slew of information.
Awesome. And now, in addition to this Give Back Night, you've got something coming up in April too, right?
Yeah, we have our annual live art event, which we haven't had since the pandemic started, but what we launched the nonprofit with, and it's basically local artists translating their mental health journeys through both visual and performance art in one just incredible night where everyone comes together, and we have kind of tough, vulnerable conversations around mental health through the lens of art.
When, where, and how do I get tickets?
It is Friday, April 1st at formerly Gallery 14, now 14th Street Gala on South 14th Street here in Baton Rouge, downtown. And you can get tickets on our website, YouAren'tAloneProject.com. It's from 7 to 10 p.m. that night.
How much are tickets?
Tickets are $35.
That's nothing.
And it includes all you can drink and eat.
Wait, all you can drink and eat?
Correct.
Where's the food from?
We have a few different caterers.
Awesome.
Don't put me on the spot.
All right, so it's good food.
It's
South
good food.
Louisiana.
It's South Louisiana good food.
It's good food, and it's actually going to be.
Franz is not cooking.
It's going to be artistic, so it's going to be created with the same theme. So we'll have more on that soon. I'm just going to do a teaser. We'll
Your
we'll share that
teasers
later.
are, you know what? So the beautiful thing about this process is we're going to direct people to the You're Not Alone Project website as well as social media, so they can get their own information.
Wonderful.
Again, one more time, what's the web address?
YouAren'tAloneProject.com.
Okay. I'm glad that you started. This project. And in fact, I paired you and Emily together this week. It's not by happen chance. I mean, both organizations are doing great things and fitting a need that our community has. I guess, Chelsea, I'm going to ask you the same question. Have you been able to kind of keep track of how many people you've been able to help or work with as a result of the project?
Yeah, we reach around 1,000 people
Wow.
through all of our sort of different channels, and that's been over the last I guess 2 years now, trying to grow the project. And with our programming, with our large events, we usually get a couple hundred, and then our smaller scale events, we have just different numbers each time. But the great part about it is it really feels like every time we offer something a little bit different, we're reaching kind of a different diverse population and people who, maybe don't have access as easily or just in areas where they don't have the opportunity to get to talk about mental health in a really safe space.
That, I got to tell you, one of the things I observed from my day job, I am a criminal defense attorney. If you guys didn't know, I mean, everybody knows that I am a criminal defense attorney at one of the finest criminal defense firms in the multiverse. But one of the things that I have observed is, even in 2022, mental health is a touchy subject for people. There's often this feeling of, I'm not safe to talk about this.
Yeah.
There will be a backlash if I talk about my issues. I'm crazy, so I lean into my crazy, which works well for me, surprisingly enough. But I like the fact that part of the components of what you're doing is you have such a good, rich environment for, hey, we're here to help. It's a safe spot. We can talk about stuff, and the idea to connect art and expression with it. How did you come up with that?
I was actually inspired by an Of Moving Colors performance. They were translating local leaders' stories through dance, and I remember that night just thinking, this is powerful, and let's do something. And I had been wanting to spread awareness for mental health, and so it was just going to be the one event. And then, of course, people are like, this is amazing, what's next? And so we started the project.
So, in listening to all this, can people buy the art that's being created, or is it? I mean, is there a fundraising component to this, or
The event itself is the fundraiser, so nothing on site is going to be for sale, but we are going to have a full directory for all the artists with contact information, and we're going to keep promoting the artists after the fact because this is for them too.
Yeah, so if you see something that's really cool and you're like, hey, I really like this artist, they speak to me, you can connect up with them later. Man, this is really cool. I like this.
Yeah, and look, one of your next guests is going to be a part of the show, so you're going to have to
Oh, God.
chat more about
Okay.
that.
Which one is that? Ross? Yeah, shocking. Well, Ross is, I'll speak about him as if he's not in the other room. Ross is a phenomenally good artist in improv. I don't know if he does stand-up comedy or not. He could be a stand-up comedian, though. He's a funny guy. And I say that like in the Goodfellas way. He's a funny guy. He's like, really... What I'm jealous of is his timing is better. And I think I have good timing. Ross's timing is phenomenal. And I'm quick on my feet, but I want to be able to get to the point where I'm that quick on my feet. He's blushing now. I can see he's blushing. I don't really know if he's blushing or not. So I got to tell you, this is going to be an exciting March and April. We've got the New Schools event. If you're a teacher, you can participate in that. If you want a good for the chicken. I don't know if you remember the Chicken Soup for the Soul books. This feels like a Chicken Soup for the Soul kind of event. There's going to be food. There's going to be beverages. There's going to be art. You're going to have a chance to connect with people. So that's the other thing I have a question about is, if you go to the event and you have a genuine mental health need, not to say that people don't have genuine mental health needs, but let's say you come in and you're like, hey, I'm really struggling with this. is a part of the event connecting people with services and folks that can help counsel them or help provide them the kind of treatment they need?
Absolutely. So we're going to have our local Baton Rouge chapter of NAMI and our Louisiana chapter of NAMI representatives on site. We have Emma Bennett with Benoit with My Ascension. She's going to come and kind of share about her experience. And then we have a few other actually spaces available for vendors to come and offer resources and support for mental health if anyone's interested.
So the ticket again is $35?
Yes.
And you can get it again where?
YouAren'tAloneProject.com.
So, circling back, Brian, if you're free on March 14th, you should come to Mid-City Byron's, or Byron's. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be supporting the project. It's a give back night. So when you order food, a percentage of your food will go to the You're Not Alone Project, correct?
Yep. Correct.
All right. And by the way, the new restaurant is pretty nice.
I haven't checked it out yet.
Oh,
I'm
it's good.
excited.
It's a good menu. It's the same Byron's menu. It's
Sure.
got a good little vibe to it. There's outdoor seating and indoor seating. It's where White Star Market used to be. I don't know what the name of that facility is now, but
It's got a number to it, like
Yeah.
whatever the address is on
well,
government.
you want to get there early enough to where you can also check out the art studio that's next door to it. They have a mid-city art studio there. So you're listening to the Go Rouge Show. We're going to be heading into our first break. You've been listening to Emily from New Schools for Baton Rouge, talking about Teach 225. You're also listening to Chelsea from the You're Not Alone Project. What's that acronym again? Pronounce it for me. When you take all the letters, I can't say it.
What are the
You're Not Alone Project.
You Aren't Alone Project?
yeah.
YAAP.
Yeah, but how do you say that?
Well, everyone says yeah, but I've never said that out loud in my life, so
Okay.
I didn't make that up. Someone else did.
Okay.
YAAP is how I like to say
I
it.
love it. I love it. So we're going to be taking our first break. Again, if you want more information about the Go Rouge Show, go to www.gorouge.com. Brian, I'm going to see you at Byron's. I'll even get you a ticket to the project event too if you want to go. You want to be my date?
Yeah, there might be something in the works there. So,
Oh, okay, I was
yes.
going to say that was not a yes. I'll be your
Lovely.
date, Franz. I guess.
Yes,
I
I'll be
guess
your date,
going-
Franz. Absolutely.
Maybe I can unravel some of the feelings I have now there, based on me asking you to be my companion to the event.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Brian. We're going to take our first break. We'll be right back. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank
If you're
you
on
so much.
YouTube, no
Thanks.
problem. Wave goodbye to everybody. All right, guys. We're switching out guests. We're going to have some improv folks come in, some comedy folks come in. Thank you, guys. International Improv Festival. Paltry. Paltry. Baton Rouge Improv Festival. Paltry was autocorrect, by the way. I did not mean to say paltry.
That's okay.
So, come on, Ross.
Hey.
The name of the theater again is the
Boomerang.
Boomerang Theater. Okay.
Boomerang Comedy Theater.
Travis. There's a lot of letters here, a lot of unpack here on this.
No, it's okay. It's a little thing. You can always just point at me and I'll say whatever you want.
Brian, I'm gonna let you introduce your wonderful guests.
Hey.
Got it.
I'm just here to support.
Yeah, that's what I sense. Get your fingers in over here, Brett. Are you still doing LSU stuff as well? Or? Cool.
Yeah.
I am. They got me teaching improv for the.
If you need anything, let me know. I'll be in both events.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, I got some. I'm gonna reach out to you for something to cross promotional thing for you to help push the project for the first.
Good night.
You're the best, Chelsea.
Chelsea.
So we'll come back in, 2-minute intro, and then I'll do the spiel one. So again, if you're watching on YouTube and you haven't subscribed to the Go Rouge YouTube channel, guys,
Do it now.
click subscribe.
Hit it now.
There's some hoops you got to jump through. I'm gonna need a blood type. I'm gonna need some DNA. I'm gonna need to know, are you Muggle? Are you Muggle born?
Right.
Hmm.
I like that.
Harry Potter reference. Well, I am wearing Harry Potter glasses. I have a deputy in East Feliciana that says, "You just like a bald little Harry Potter." And I was like, "Am I? Do I take that as a compliment?" I mean,
So you could play the role of the older Harry Potter.
You've got the glasses. I've got
Middle-
the, I've got the
middle-aged
scar.
Harry Potter.
I got the scar. I
Good.
there you go.
Yeah.
You do. have a
We can
little-
draw
sir.
that in.
have a lightning bolt scar. Yeah. It was not from Voldemort. It was from a swing.
Almost
Less.
Was
less
it in New
dramatic.
Orleans or like recently or like when you were a child?
It was a childhood accident.
Okay.
You ever heard of the game Bloody Murder?
Yes.
I mean, I'm a criminal defense attorney. I mean, I don't know the game. I know the.
Well,
Staring at the mirror in the
kids on the East Coast have a dark sense of humor. We played a game called Bloody Murder.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with smashing my skull open, but it ended up that way.
Yeah.
Awesome. You ready? All right, welcome back to the second half of the Go Rouge radio show. This is your host, Franz Borkart. Brian Haldane's on Master Controls. This is episode 108. If you were tuning in for the first half of the show, we had New Schools for Baton Rouge talking about the Teach 225 Fair. We had Chelsea from You're Not Alone Project talking about a give back night on March 14th at Mid-City Bistro Byron's, as well as an upcoming art event that she has. Definitely check out their respective social media posts. We'll also post some stuff on the Go Rouge page. Before we jump into the half, if you want more information about the Go Rouge radio show, go to www.gorouge.com. And if you have show ideas, guys, if you have show ideas, no matter how big, how small, preferably not like white supremacist groups in Baton Rouge. I probably won't be putting, that's the 1%, not going to put them on. Email us at info@gorouge.com. Yeah, that really got weird for a second. info@gorouge.com. Speaking of weird, show sponsors. These are the folks that make the Go Rouge show possible. The Borkart Law Firm. You can go to www.borkartlawfirm.com. We're a criminal defense firm. If there's anything I can help you out with, please, please, please reach out. La Divina Italian Cafe, open every day with their custom made from scratch breakfasts. I highly, highly, highly recommend the chocolate heart-shaped pancakes. It is a household favorite. They're heart-shaped pancakes, Brian. Heart-shaped pancakes.
That's a skill.
I like to eat hearts. That's what I do. Eat hearts. Franz Borkart. Last but not least, Dr. G, Dr. Gunjarina, www.drraina.com. Concierge Medical Services. Definitely want to check her out. She is integral in helping keeping me healthy and happy. Dr. Raina is one call away. You can check her out on www.drraina.com. Second half of the show. Now, Brian Haldane, you've been known to do some comedy before, right?
Yes.
You're a comedian.
No.
That was kind of funny. Good timing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I've tried my hand at it once or twice. I was supposed to do it again. Supposed to do it with the same show you did, but it got pandemiced out. So
Well, stay tuned. You're about to have an opportunity. We've got
Great.
a new theater in Baton Rouge offering improv classes, comedy classes. We also have the Baton Rouge International Improv Festival. Make sure it's festival, not fest or festive, although it will be festive. This is actually going to be the second time we do the improv festival. I attended the first year, which was a hybrid, part in person, part Zoom. This is going to be live. So I've got the troupe here. I've got Brett. I've got Ross Rushing, as well as Travis. Guys, welcome to the Go Rouge show.
Thank you.
Thank you, Franz.
So I'm going to
Travis.
connect you guys to what you're respectively doing. Brett, you're working with the Baton Rouge Improv Festival as well as the Boomerang Theater.
Yes.
Travis, you are one of the co-owners of the theater, and Ross, you're just kind of like,
Both of these guys have done a lot of work on the festival as well.
well, I'm getting there, Brett.
Yeah.
I'm getting there.
I
I'm
don't
getting
want you
there.
to. I don't want you to Ross isn't just tagging along.
No.
If Ross didn't
let's be
exist,
honest.
I wouldn't know anyone in Baton Rouge.
Let's be honest.
He knows
We can just
everyone. He's
call
a
it,
wizard.
We can just call it what it is. Ross is a But that being said,
look at
Ross,
that.
Ross is a
We're just
very
gonna
good
run with it.
friend of mine. So, of course, you wouldn't be on here without Ross's assistance. So I do want to give Ross a shout out. I have attended the festival before. I have attended a show in the new Boomerang Theater. It just made sense to have you guys all on. So let's talk about the festival first. Talk to me about the festival. When is it? Where is it? How do I get tickets?
The Baton Rouge Improv Festival can be found at BatonRougeImprovFest.com. I'm going to say that again, BatonRougeImprovFest.com. It's all one big giant word, and it's .com. And all the information that you need if this conversation goes flying by you and you're like, what is that? BatonRougeImprovFest.com is the place to find it. We've got comedy shows. We have a stand-up comedy competition, and we have a plethora of improv.
A plethora.
A plethora of improv.
What is a plethora?
Franz, a plethora is when you have many, many things and you want to sound intelligent.
Well, it is also multiple days, right? Not
Yes.
just a whole bunch of shows and acts and routines, but it's multiple days,
multiple days.
and you've got a banging venue as well. I mean,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is not like a Circle K venue. This is like executive venue.
It's a very easy start date to remember. It's April 20th. Some people call it 420. I don't know why. And then it goes through April 24th,
Okay.
which is an easy date to remember because it's April 24th. And it's going to be at LSU Studio Theater.
Mm-hmm.
The kind people at the LSU School of Theater have given this to us because they love what we're doing.
So if I'm driving down Dalrymple,
Mhm.
I remember there was a theater I used to go to plays when I was in college, way back long ago. Is that the student theater?
I wasn't with you when you were going to college, but I'm going to take your word for it.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Or you can use Google, guys.
Yeah, if
Thanks,
you go,
Brett.
if you go to the music and drama
That's
building,
what I was really asking
yeah,
about.
Yeah, that's the music and drama building. It's in the Studio Theater. There'll be signs out front and people waving babies around. You'll be able to find it when you go by.
So when I take 4 days off of work,
Right.
which is
That's
not going to be a
what they-
stretch from
yeah.
anybody to imagine
Good.
me not working for 4 days. I buy the ticket.
Yeah.
Is the ticket kind of like a pass for multiple events, or is it per day? How does the ticket work?
The tickets are per day.
Okay, good.
The tickets are simple. They're not expensive. We are a nonprofit 501c3, and we are
just about to-
raising money. And I am segue for you
Thank you,
because
sir.
I'm reading your mind.
Thank you. It's scary. My mind is a very scary.
It is an
Very-
open
Come
book,
back, Brett.
and
Don't
it's
go
written
too
in
deep.
large, easy to read letters.
Pull him back.
Yeah.
Pull him back.
You gotta, yeah.
There's a lot of finger painting going. I didn't have the heart to tell Chelsea in
Turn
the
back
first
to the
segment.
light.
There's a lot of finger painting going on up there.
Right, yeah.
So okay. So it's per day. So if you can't make all 4 days and you're just making one, you're not
Yeah.
paying for days you're not going to go to.
Yeah.
Once again, where do I go to get the tickets?
You go to BatonRougeImprovFest.com,
Okay. So
and if you happen to be one of those people who just has extra money flying around, or you like to support the arts, or if you want to make sure these tickets are going to stay low for everybody and we're going to be able to provide scholarships, there's a GoFundMe link. Pop right in there. Give us all of your
All your money.
retirement money.
yes.
You
You don't need that Roth IRA.
Give us,
Greedy.
give us a little, just 10% of what you earn in a year, or give us $10.
So
we'll love you
so-
either way.
So whenever I encounter a 501c3, a great charitable organization like you guys, I have to ask. Okay, so the money that you raise, where does that money go?
That goes to line your pockets so that we can get on the radio.
Sad.
Right.
Sad.
No,
Yeah.
that's a really good question. Where does it go? We are committed to community outreach, and that means providing workshops this year to high schoolers and to veterans.
Awesome. Now, I have always been a big fan of improv classes. I have not yet taken them, but I'm really a fan of improv. I love watching improv, and I have in my line of work. There's many attorneys around the country that say, "Hey, you want to become a better attorney? You want to be quicker on your feet? Take some improv classes." Forbes published an article several years back about you want to be a better leader.
Yep.
Take improv classes. Businesses are now using improv
Sure.
as a mechanism to train. So, if you're interested in improv, if you're interested in just having a good time, if you're interested in any of this, definitely check out the improv festival. But by the way, we also have a new theater in town that may be offering shows, may be offering classes, comedy classes, improv classes. So we're going to transition at this point. Talk to me about Boomerang Theater.
Well, we've just opened. We're excited to have it, and we're excited to have Brett, our artistic director. He's bringing his considerable talents and heavy hitting to the stage, booking acts. We've got quality, funny acts on stage, and we got classes like you're not going to find anywhere else. These aren't just improv classes; these are world-class improv classes.
I think that's a fair statement. I mean,
Yeah.
Ross, you participated in these, right? So I mean,
Yeah, that's the whole reason that I fell in love with improv to
Yeah.
begin with. Was the first class that I took with Brett. It was literally the funnest thing I'd ever done. In the
Awesome.
first 5 minutes, I knew that that was something I wanted to do forever. So the fact that we've got it continuing on at the Boomerang Comedy Theater is fantastic.
so it is nestled in the heart of Mid-City. It's right next door to Elsie's Plate and Pie. Shout out to Elsie's Plate and Pie. I just was saying before the show started, if you're looking,
Yeah.
so Brian, you know my dating life is kind of hit and miss right now, and I tell people if you're looking for a good first date combo, you want to go get tickets to either a comedy show or an improv show. In fact, as of the recording of this show, if you're watching on YouTube Live tonight, Friday night, y'all have a show. Are you
Yes.
sold out yet, or
There
We're
are
close.
there are some tickets available. Tonight we have the amazing comedy stylings of the No Show group.
Right,
We
right.
partnered with them for this show, and yeah, a little giggle, a little pie makes your life perfect.
right?
I
and
agree,
then
Franz.
and so there's the show component of this. Nice little theater
Mm-hmm.
that's very cozy, very intimate. Again, why I like the idea. Not that I'm trying to pigeonhole you guys into a date only kind of scenario, but dude, comedy shows make for good first.
Yeah.
And in fact, Ross and I went on a platonic date the other
was
day.
good.
It was
Yeah.
nice. I mean, he gave me a nice warm hug.
I did.
I was going through some stuff. I needed the hug at the time. So, but it makes for, and the tickets were like extremely reasonable.
I think so.
In fact, I hesitate to say this because I don't want you to jack up your fees. My knee jerk to Ross was, man, this is a steal.
Yeah.
I was there for like what, 2-3 hours, and I got, what was the ticket?
$15.
Maybe
15,
15
yeah,
bucks.
yeah, we
Um,
we do the 90-minute comedy shows. We
Right.
feel like 90 minutes is premium comedy length. You want to laugh, 90 minutes.
So Travis, if I go to the show and I'm like watching improv or stand-up comedy, I'm like, this is something I want to learn a little bit more about. I want to take some improv classes. I've never done improv before. Stand-up comedy, I've done a few events for charity. I've actually made money once, so I'm not a professional comedian.
That makes
But
you a
you're paid.
professional.
Yeah, I donated the money later to a charity because I didn't feel like I should be
That makes
paid.
you a
But
really good- that makes you a good person and a professional.
Right.
I am a good. Look at this face, good person. But point is, I am interested in doing improv. I am definitely interested in learning how to be better at stand-up comedy because these are tools. Honestly, guys, I use them in my day job. I have to be quick on my feet, and improv is about saying yes, right? Improv is about follow the leader and some other stuff. So if I see something and I'm really interested, walk me through how do I take a class? How do I get involved in Boomerang's educational component?
Well, the website, boomerangcomedy.com, and on there we've got listed the shows for you, and we've got classes, the classes we offer. Now, those are coming online faster than I can talk about them,
Awesome.
but you will see the listings on there. And we offer programs that will take you from a beginner off the street, you've never done it before, you just like it and you want to do it, to professional, a paid as yourself,
I'm not- no.
performer. But and that goes for stand up and improv, and we're also talking about things like acting and things like that. So you can get your needs met as far as you want to watch a show, you want a date night, you want a fun date night in a great place. You can see your stand up, you can see the improv, and you can see some things that you've never seen before, and you can come back and learn how to do them.
I like
And
it.
all at boomerangcomedy.com. We're adding stuff daily.
So the improv classes, Ross, you've taken an improv class before. Generally, how do those work? I mean, it's over a period of time, right? It's like once a week.
Yeah, so 6 weeks is typically the class run. It's a night, 1 night a week for 6 weeks. We would go in for about 2 hours. And in those 2 hours, everything from learning improv games to performing scenes to getting feedback from the instructors that are there to make you a better performer. It's again one of the funnest things that I've ever done and a good time. The other thing I'd like to say too with that, in regards to that is with the Baton Rouge Improv Festival, not only will we be having shows, but we're also going to be having workshops. Which
Well, I was about to ask about that.
for the 4 days or 5 days that the festival will be running. During the day, we're going to have workshops from some really good improv professionals that are going to come in. So even if you just wanted to dip your toe in the waters of improv, it's an absolute opportunity to be able to do that and then see the shows as well.
I don't want to just dip my toe in. I want to be like the guy that's going on the nude beach for the first time.
Right, there you go.
I want to be like, not really sure about this, but so okay. So we've glossed over this. The first year you guys did it, and I saw Ross said, "Hey, you need to go to this. It was a great event. It was at the library. It was an international event." And I'm like, "Wait, is this one of those organizations, one of these events where you call it international?" And no, y'all really did have international performers
Yeah.
on the
From
actual.
India.
Yeah, for like
we,
the
had,
show.
we had people from London. We had
I
people
mean, it wasn't sketchy at all, guys.
Yeah,
A little
yeah,
sketchy.
yeah.
So talk to me about the international component, because that's kind of significant. I mean, that's for Baton Rouge to have an international festival. That's pretty significant in my mind.
To be honest, it was a mistake.
Okay, that's
Right.
great, Brett. Thank
The
you.
best-
No,
the best way
look. It's the
possible.
Baton Rouge Improv Festival, but Ross has a little bit of a stutter, so he kept saying "BRI," and then the whole thing couldn't happen. It went from like, we're going to have this festival, and the school's going to donate space, and everybody loves it, and then the pandemic hit, and the whole thing went online, and then we realized anybody in the world can be involved, and then we realized that Ross doesn't have a stutter. He's prophetic.
Wow.
He's a prophet. And then people from India and London and as far away as Mississippi, and Texas and Chicago, New York, you name it. People were able to Zoom their shows in. And then last minute we were in one of those little pockets. Remember when the festival was like,
Yes.
when the pandemic was like, I'm gonna tease you for a little while. Pretend I'm going away.
You remember that time, Brian,
Remember
right?
that fun time?
When the pandemic took a week off?
Yeah,
Look,
right. We
you
all
can
thought
only
it was over.
pandemic for so long. Everybody's got vacation coming. If you don't use it, you lose it. I get it.
So what I like is, okay, so there are certain improv towns, Chicago. You know, Chicago has what, Second City? I mean,
Everybody.
yeah, I mean,
Chicago.
I would love it. I would really, really love it. And look, I hesitate to say this out loud. I went to the Funny Bone when the Funny Bone was a thing. You remember the Funny Bone? The Funny Bone is, was where I got my meager starts for comedy shows. I would like to see us become kind of a mecca of, okay, we're doing serious improv here, serious comedy here, and not just doing it, but also helping others get their bones, so to speak, and learn how to do it to go to other places.
Can I say, something
absolutely.
something to that, and I think which is what is really important. And when we talk about going to BatonRougeImprovFest.com, going to the GoFundMe, and throwing some money our way, one of the real reasons that we're doing that is for the outreach programs that we're doing. We partnered with McKinley High School last year, and we're partnering with 4 other high schools this year that we're going to be teaming up with. The thing about that is you want to create a community. We start with folks who may not have access to improv, that we can now bring improv to them. And the goal in that is to get some folks really excited about it, some young people excited about it, because there's already a great community for improv in Baton Rouge. We just want to continue to have that grow, and this is a great opportunity to do so.
Farm system, if you will.
Yeah,
You
so-
gotta
So
raise them up young.
So we're going to take a minute here, guys. We're going to come back to this, but I do need to give a shout out. Speaking of performances, speaking of Baton Rouge as an art town, Brian, have you ever been to a Baton Rouge Symphony Orchestra event before?
No, I have not, and I caught hell about that on my show the other day.
So
yes,
this
the
is
new
your
theater's open.
opportunity.
Yep.
Well, let me tell you something, guys. This is your opportunity to maybe attend for free. If you go to the Facebook page for Go Rouge, the Go Rouge Facebook page, you'll scroll down a little bit, and you'll notice that there's a giveaway right now. I have 2 sets of giveaway tickets for the Baton Rouge Symphony Orchestra. All you got to do is share that post and tag Go Rouge, tag the Baton Rouge Symphony Orchestra, and you can win 2 free tickets. You can take the missus. You can take one of your kids. You can take
Only one.
You can take a stranger. I don't know. Also, by the way, great date night. Baton Rouge Symphony Orchestra. I did want to give a shout out. They reached out to me. They couldn't be on this week, but they did shout out to me this week and said, "Hey, would you help us promote this event?" Dude, they've been doing like Beatles events. where they match up a classical artist with the Beatles. So go to the Go Rouge Facebook page, scroll down, hit share, tag Go Rouge, tag Baton Rouge Symphony Orchestra, and you can win a chance.
I just did it. Did I win?
Oh, awesome, Brett. I hope you win. I mean, I hope Brian wins too. I hope you all win. You're all winners.
I'm in.
So, one more time, if I want to get information about the Boomerang Theater, guys, where would I go to get tickets or to get information?
Boomerangcomedy.com is our website, and everything on there, it's got everything you need. You can check out the classes, you can check out the shows, and we're shortly going to have links to the Baton Rouge Improv Festival too. I'm working 90 miles an hour to get everything on there, but
So
it's good stuff.
I will say this: the ticket purchasing is awesome. It was very easy to get my tickets. It was all electronic transaction. When I got to the door, the nice lady working the door was like, "Hey, what's your name?" And I said, "I'm Franz." And then she's like, "Come on in. Did you have your tickets?"
Yeah, we're working to take that step out. So when you walk up to the door, we know who you are.
Everybody knows your name. No.
Facial recognition.
Yeah.
So I am excited. I'm probably going to be getting tickets to go to the Saturday night show if it's not sold out.
Yep.
I highly recommend you go and you check it out. The theater is beautiful. And like I said, there's tons of stuff to do after the shows. It is nestled in Mid-City. You can go to Radio Bar. You can go to Elsie's Plate Pie. You can go to Be Sure by Rome's.
Right.
If you're feeling bougie. Be Sure by no, the restaurant's not bougie. The not having a firm established name is made
Same.
bougie.
Yeah.
But great
Every
people.
time you say it, my stomach just goes.
Byron's.
grrr.
Byron's.
It's so
Byron's.
good.
Yeah.
It's so good. I have
Yeah,
to
yeah.
run out of here and go eat
Yeah,
there right
and
now.
then if I want tickets or if I want to give money to your wonderful improv organization, one more time, guys, where do I go to get tickets to the Improv Festival? Where do I go to give GoFundMe money?
Baton Rouge ImprovFest.com. So all one word, Baton Rouge ImprovFest.com. Also, if you just Google Baton Rouge Improv Festival, it'll lead you right there.
So I'm gonna be vulnerable for a second here, Ryan Haldane. I asked you to something earlier, and you kind of shot me down hard in flames. So, I mean, I don't know.
There
if
were
that-
other things afoot
I
for
don't
that
know.
one, though, and I don't like
I don't
to
know if
lie.
that was your way. I don't know if that was your way of saying try harder, Franz. So, anytime you want to go to a comedy event, my treat. I'm going to take Brian Haldane, and dude, I am getting my tickets. Now, look, that's the other question I have. Improv Festival, is there a chance of this selling out, or do we have ample room? Talk to me, because I want there to be like a genuine fear of missing out.
Yeah.
There
is.
is a chance for shows to sell. The studio theater, it's not epic. You know, it's good size. It's perfect.
Way to sell it there,
There's
Brett.
going to be no. It's not. It's not a Broadway.
It's not
size.
Boomerang Theater,
Right. Well, you know, it's not 800 seats, right?
It's limited seating.
It's limited seating. Every seat is going to be a great seat in the house. Get the tickets early. There's going to be shows there. We're actually going to be doing shows. Travis doesn't know this yet. We're going to be doing shows at Boomerang during the week. So there'll be a chance to see the shows and buy tickets, and we'll love to see you there.
So we're running out of time. I will do a true confession here. I have huge, which is why I love Chelsea. I have huge performance anxiety issues with being on stage.
So glad that's the way you finished that
Yeah,
sentence.
yeah. I'm being vulnerable, not dirty. So for me, and I MC events, I host events. People don't realize, even though I'm a lawyer by day, I have a lot of anxiety when I do this stuff. And the more I do it,
Yeah.
the more I get trained on doing it, the more comfortable I get. So I appreciate what you guys are doing from an artistic standpoint as well as just a good for the soul standpoint. Look, we're running out of time.
Yeah.
We got 1 minute left. Again, Improv Festival coming up, Baton Rouge International Improv Festival, as well as Boomerang Theater. Guys, thank you guys for joining in the Go Rouge show. And then again, if you want some free tickets to the Baton Rouge Symphony Orchestra next week, and you know what? I may even buy some improv tickets. I may even buy some improv festival tickets and do a giveaway for you guys to help give you guys some
You're
shout-outs.
definitely going to buy some tickets? Great. Oh, that's awesome. Thank
I
you.
am, actually. I want a 4-day pass, though. I'm buying a 4-day pass. I'm going all. Forget about court, Judge.
Yeah.
I'm going. So, look, we're going to wrap this show up. You've been listening to the Go Rouge Show. If you want more information, www.gorouge.com. Thank you, guys. All our guests this week. Brian, thank you for hosting the show, for doing production.
Thanks for having us.
You're
Franz.
producing.
We
Thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much.
All right,
You
guys.
hosted. I produced. Yes.
It felt like somebody else was hosting. It was an out-of-body experience. All right, we'll be back next week with another Go Rouge Show. All right, guys, we're still on YouTube. Bye,
Yay.
YouTube, guys.